Alright, so if you've been following my channel for long enough, then you'd already know that I talk about my life sometimes on the channel. I meant to move those videos to my secondary channel, which I still haven't linked to my channel yet, but I didn't. I kind of just continued on this channel because, well, I guess I procrastinated because I said that in, like, my second or third video talk about my trimesters. Yeah, now I'm in 11th grade and talk about my second one. This is too late for that. I mean, maybe I'll move them there later. Now, if you're new to my channel, then, well, you probably wouldn't know this. Actually, I don't even think the viewers I have on this channel know this, but basically, I talk about my trimester experience for school. At first, I just wanted to talk about it. I was like, kind of wanted to vent my feelings out about being rejected in the first trimester. And then I thought, why don't I just do this every trimester? Because why not? It could just be funny memories, or sad memories, or a mixture of both. So, yeah, I'm doing it again, because of course I am, for trimester 2 of 11th grade. Now, for this one, well, it's not very different from the others. It's just, well, this trimester is pretty funny. Like, pretty funny where this might exceed the length of the 9th grade one. Not all parts, but at least one of the parts, maybe. Like the third one, which is the longest, I believe. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of excited to do this video. I just stuttered just trying to say that. But I was kind of excited doing this one outside of the School of Chaos videos I've been posting. So, without further ado, we can get started and talk about my 11th grade trimester experience with January 1st. So we'll start talk about my schedule, because why not? Because I usually just yap in these videos. And I'm going to be yapping a lot in the later half of this video. So I first start off with math. Now math, I don't know if I said on this channel before or at all in my trimester videos, but I don't like math out of all subjects of school. I just don't. I don't know, I don't really find it enjoyable majority of the time. And I kind of just confused on it. Which actually brought up a little bit of a dumb argument with my friends last trimester, which I never mentioned. So I'll just quote him. If you're good at reading, you should be good at math. Which makes no sense to me. The only reason he said is because I guess reading's easier than math, but they're two completely different subjects. I mean, I don't know, it was a dumb statement to me. So overall, I just don't like math that much. And starting in the morning, I also didn't like that. So on the first day back, I just felt really tired. Because kind of a tradition is like, I barely get sleep before the first day of a trimester starting, or the first day of school. I don't know why I do that, it just happens. Next is science. Now science is alright at most. I mean, pretty sure I never got a final grade of a B in that, of an A in that class. I've gotten a B multiple times, but not an A. But it's alright overall. And then there's grad projects. So I don't know if all schools do this, maybe they do, but my school has something called graduation project, where basically you just have to do a big project for it. That's it. It accumulates into a big project. Being, you talk about something you're interested in. So like, I don't know, males' mental health and why it's overlooked. Something like that, and then you make a video on it and write some 10-paragraph essay, which, I mean, okay, it might sound scary or something, but it's really easy. And then there's digital media, or technology after that. Now, I don't know if I explained this, but I love digital media. I mean, I am a YouTuber after all, so it kind of makes sense that I like it. But I like it because it's probably one of the easiest main classes I have, because it's just so simple to understand for me. So, I mean, yeah, there's that, and it actually correlates into grad projects. So, yeah, that's the morning of my schedule. And I don't know if I explained this last trimester for my, trimester experience, but 11th graders eat last out of all other grades. Completely last. First, I think it's like, I don't know, it might be 9th, 10th, 12th, and then 11th. I might be wrong, but that might be a schedule. So, yeah, you kind of have to eat in the morning, or else you'll just starve in the morning and then wait till lunch. So, yeah, that's the bad part about 11th grade. And the next is advisory. Advisory, I'll come back to it because I have interesting stories about it, but I never explained it before. Actually, I don't think I ever explained my classes before in any of these videos, but you just talk about current school news. That's it. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to sum it up. I've had advisory, since ninth grade. And then after that it is lunch. And then after that, you get your 2 elective picks. I don't know if I explained these last trimester, but I had fitness and programming, which were both so easy. Effortlessly easy. This trimester was different. So before a trimester starts, you get to pick your electives, well, the trimester before, for the next one, if that made sense. And basically, I didn't get any of my choices for my first elective, but I did get my first choice for my second one for some reason. I don't know why. Basically, the thing I got was accounting. Now, accounting I've only had like a very small interest in. I never tried it before, but I just thought, oh, they make a lot of money. I think they do. So it could be interesting, but I never actually picked it, but I got it. And then I learned, wow, this is just so long and annoying. Actually, it was so long and annoying that on the exam for it, I didn't even finish it because it takes so much time for it. So I got accounting. And only one good thing came out of that class, which was I got to be in it with my crush, who we'll talk about later. And then after that is Makerspace, which is probably my easiest class I ever had, like out of any class I had. You basically use a 3D programming type of website, or you just go into Photoshop and make some laser design, which I'm going to show up on screen because, just made so much of them. It's so cool. But yeah, that was my schedule, and it's fine overall. Literally, really, the only hard classes in there that you can name was accounting because it could get confusing, math because it could get really confusing, and then science, I don't know, science just, I don't know. I started off with a B in that class when the trimester started. I don't know how. But yeah, that was the classes. So as time went on, I realized, wow, time is going quickly, so quickly. So yeah, I can move on to the funny stuff of my trimester, because this trimester, I don't know why, but I feel like I laughed the most in this trimester compared to like every other one. Like maybe even more than 10th grade 3rd trimester. So yeah. So some of the stuff I'll bring up later because there's this whole email I want to go through, which is a part of a lot of funny stuff. But basically, if you know me in real life, then I guess my voice is different in real life, if that makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. That's what my friends say. So basically, I kind of taunt my friend because he likes, the rapper YB. I don't know, I just don't like his music. So I'll clown him for it because, well, he's the only person he listens to. Like, all the time. Just him. So I feel like I have the right reason to make fun of him for it. And basically, I would start calling him random names, like stuff that just goes with yam. That vegetable. Is that a vegetable? I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I just started saying it to him. And what he said to me was, use your real voice. And he would describe, just listen to it, CJ. It sounds fake. And basically, the voice you hear right now that I was talking, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like my real voice, but I don't know. He says it just sounds lower and deeper and more monotone. So, who knows? But basically, what I would do is that I would use my real voice talking to CJ, but then when I talked to Nino, I just wouldn't use it against him. Oh, and that's what his name was, Nino. And basically what happened was that CJ would keep on looking back at, Nino. He'd be like, dude, did you not just hear him? He just used his real voice. No, I didn't. Like, it's funny. And I do this to only him. Like, I'll use my real voice to CJ sometimes, just to trick him. And then that eventually accumulated into everybody asking, what is my real voice? You can even see it in my Instagram comments. Like, it's a little bit crazy. Another funny thing that happened is that, basically, Nino, he kind of had a big nose. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It's just, I have to call it out. Kind of had a big nose. So, I don't really know who started this, but they started, like, I'm cracking up just saying this, but basically they started saying that he had a big nose. My friends, my friend group. And they kept on saying he had a yam on his face. And all these yam names just kept on coming up, which I'll go through them later. But basically, it accumulated to me thinking, wait, I should make a Google Doc of this. I started talking to my friend Gavin about, like, dude, we could make a whole Google Doc about this. Because if you remember, if you actually ever watched the Trimester 3 video for sophomore year, I basically made this whole Google Doc of a brain rot leaderboard. So, yeah, I thought why not do it for, well, just why not do it for, yam names. Random nicknames around our friend group specifically. And basically what this accumulated to is, well, I should have Googled up later. Over 200 different words that have, or names that have the word yam in it. 200 of that. 5 pages long of that or more. And now that I'm talking about it, this goes past January. This isn't even January anymore. This is like March. But yeah, it got insane. So it was just too funny. Another nickname I'd say. So me and my friends, we have a friend named Darion. And basically, I remember I was walking with my friend Franklin. He was like, "Oh, hey, it's D Handy." D Handy. That was a nickname he gave him. So just forget the whole Arion part. Just have D in it. And then we start saying D Hero. And then I thought about it. Because people say D. Yeah. I just started saying D Hero. Like, I'm cracking up just talking about this, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying this video so far already, but it was too funny. It was too funny. Like, at this point, there was too many nicknames. And yeah, I skipped over February, but I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to February, but I don't know. I didn't organize this video. I don't usually organize them, actually, because the only one I did organize was 9th grade, Trimester 1. Yeah, that's the only one that actually had sections to it. All the other ones didn't. I was just talking. But yeah, just funny stuff with my friend group. It was just really funny to me. And eventually, I started talking to this other girl in my class, who I didn't really talk to in the last trimester, and I barely really talked to throughout school, but her name was Kalina. And I remember she knew about the list of names, and she said, "Oh yeah, Thomas told me." I was like, "Oh no." So I just started telling her about it, and then she just started the yam names too, and it was too funny. It was spreading. Like, these names were spreading throughout the 11th grade floor. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but my grades in school, they don't touch. Like, they don't mix together, like other schools. We're all separated by floor. So yeah. And what it accumulated to was, each time I had talked to her on Instagram, it was just, we addressed each other as random yam names. Like, oh, it's Yamlani. Oh, hey Yamlina. Think about that. Imagine if you just addressed your friends with something with yam in it. It just sounds so stupid, but it was so funny to me. It still is. This is still ongoing, by the way. And it's April right now. Like, and I ended or got out of school or went on break, because I'm on spring break right now. That was 5 days ago, I think. No, I'm lying. It was more days than that, but whatever. And then you're probably wondering, well, JJ, does this list still exist or something? Well, actually, no, you probably weren't wondering that, because it does exist. I didn't delete it, ever. Yeah, so that brain rot list I talked about from 10th grade, that still exists. I made another one last trimester, that still exists. And the name list, that also exists. And since I've been talking about it, that means I get to show it, because I literally went through it. So yeah, that's what's gonna play next, because it was so funny to me. So I was gonna show this because it's like a whole email. I wasn't gonna reveal names, but when I was thinking about showing it in the video, it's like, that was gonna take so long. Like, if I were just play the video. So instead, I'll show little images that I thought were funny, random images that are kind of rage bait if you want. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna show instead of the video, because that's gonna take way too long. Great question, Micah. As Micah asked, what is the y-axis? Bro, how can you hear me? Micah, here are you? Put it in his mouth. Nimberly 2026. Nina, is there something you want to tell us? Are you coming out, Nimberly? Nina, we already know you're gay. The way you talk about Jewel every single day, we support you, sign TTM. Imagine you wake up and you look into your email one day, just a little bit before class starts, and you see, say what trans Noah, say what trans Noah, say what trans Noah, just over and over and over again. Imagine that. What's this on your computer, Jelani? You think this is a game? Do you want a Chromebook? Jelani, you're on thin ice, pal. Because I got restricted off my laptop, which means you can't use many sites on your laptop. For real, bro, like, instantly sent an email right back. Micah got the ego of doom and despair. Who puts philosophy of life to you? I definitely messed that up. Micah got debunked by Pegger. Who pegged you? Gian got pressed by Myers. So Pegger is someone's name in school. Someone's last name in school. So, just think about that. Now, Nino doesn't walk. Grimexo infected him. Thomas, you can't walk. Nino gets around on his mobile scooter. Look at the display of this YB anger. This young boy anger. Thomas, you saw me on Siege. You went negative and consulate, and you get first pick. Thomas doesn't solo anybody. He already soloed you intelligence-wise. Nino, is there something you want to tell us? We won't judge you at all. You sus. Sus? How old are you, bro? You're gay. Don't you like femboys? You Say what transcena? Say what transcena? Say what transcena? Micah, are you okay? Micah, you need to stop. You ruined everything. Micah, why do you want to go? I can't. And that's like 10 different screenshots of messages. And you're probably wondering, is that just the good ones? It was some of the good ones. In total, that email has 501 different emails sent to it. So, yeah, I couldn't really go through them for this whole video because I thought, okay, it might be a little bit boring if people don't find it that funny. But it's just insane how much is emailed in there. Now, with that means I have one final story left that took place in March, I believe, because I've been all over the place. I went from January, and then I jumped to March, and, well, I skipped the February part because I couldn't think of February that much, or nothing too interesting. But basically, it was at lunchtime this happened. And I remember sitting with my friends. There was Darion, Nino, me, Gavin, and Thomas. I think that was everybody. And me, Gavin, and Thomas, we were rage baiting Nino because he is probably the easiest person I could rage bait in real life. And I don't remember what we were saying exactly to him, but maybe it had something to do with his nose and yams. Get that yam off your face. Something like that. And I just kept on saying random variations of yam. It was kind of funny. And he was getting a little bit more mad and more rage baited. And his friend Darian was defending him and trying to roast us back, but it wasn't really working. I mean, there's not really much he could use against me besides from my quote-unquote devilish music. But I remember Darian started laughing at Nino too. And then he said something to Nino that set Nino off, and it was the ultimate rage bait. He just started getting all mad at like everybody. He just started yelling at Darion specifically, like, you have a football field in your whole body or something like that, a football field in your nose. And he was so mad about it, and it was the most hilarious thing ever. I probably didn't even explain it in full detail, but from my memory, it was so funny. It was probably the best rage bait I've ever witnessed. And eventually, like literally less than a minute later, we all just went upstairs because our table was called up to go upstairs and back to class. And yeah, I laughed way too much at that. Way too much. It was way too funny to me. And that was like probably the final story I had to tell. I only really skipped over one. I said I'd come back to it, but I skipped over it because I was like, it might not be the most interesting. So that was all of them. So I think for next time, I might do this in person more because I kind of want to show off my outfits now. I have a lot of outfits. I only post them on Instagram and actually that's it, just Instagram. So yeah, next time I think I'll do this in person. Probably. Because originally in this video, the intro was in person. I just didn't use it. I didn't really feel like using it. So yeah, thanks for watching.